In today's video, we're going to be playing something a little sus. We're going to be playing the world's strongest Amoonguss. Because yeah, this new Amoonguss from Black Bolt and White Flare can do some pretty big damage with Dangerous Reaction. There's a lot of damage modifiers, and this guy can hit like a truck. So I'm super excited to show off this brand new Amoonguss deck for today's episode of Bad Deck Friday. Let's go check out my list. The world's strongest Amoonguss is here, folks. Welcome back every two brand new Pokemon TCG Black Bolt White Flare deck video. In today's episode of Bad Deck Friday, I'm going to be looking at this brand new Amoonguss from Black Bolt and White Flare. It's a pretty strong attacker here that works really well with the poison decks because of its attack, Dangerous Reaction for single colorless energy. It can do 150 damage if your opponent's active is affected by a special condition. So ideally, you're going to play it with Brute Bonnet. You're going to use Brute Bonnet's ability to poison both active Pokemon. So you leave your opponent's active poison. It's effectively doing 160 damage with the poison damage with Dangerous Reaction. We can make that even stronger, though, with the help of Perilous Jungle to put 30 damage on with poison. And if we poison our own Amoonguss with Binding Mochi, we're now doing plus 40 damage. So Amoonguss can do 210 damage in total, which is actually really strong for a single energy. It's really powerful to do that. You're knocking out some big basic Pokemon like Fezandipiti and Teal Mask-Ogre-Pon. Also, you are a grass type, so if you happen to play against Grimmsnarl or Charizard, you get to hit for weakness with Dangerous Reaction, which is quite nice. So it's definitely a pretty powerful attacker for a one-prizer with a solid enough typing. But ultimately, it's going to be Bad Deck Friday because, while it can hit hard, it has good typing. You know, you're not really going to be able to break through some of the bigger Pokemon like Dragapult and Gardevoir. And the deck is obviously a pile, but I have tried to make the deck a little bit stronger with some extra Pokemon. We're playing the poison stuff. Obviously, you're going to play Pecharunt. The deck does have the advantage of being able to dock the opponent. Also, putting on damage early on with Toxic Subjugation is pretty good. Also, try to put Klawf back in the deck. If we ever get a turn where we get an energy on Klawf, we can try to build it up. It does give us a fighting attacker, which can be nice to have against Joltik or against Miraidon, which is why I'm playing it. I'm also playing Cramorant for an extra attacker. One of the downsides with Amoonguss, it is a stage 1 Pokemon. It's not a basic, which means you do have to evolve it. So if you're not able to chain Amoongusses, it sometimes can be hard. You really don't want to whiff beats with this deck overall because you usually will have two prizers on the bench, like your Latias, your Fez, your Squawkabilly to play the game. So I'm having extra Pokemon in the deck with Cram. Cram can hit pretty hard with Binding Mochi and Poison too. So I thought I would try out Cramorant in this Poison deck as an extra backup attacker to give Amoonguss some extra partners to make it stronger. And then late game, we do have that big Bloodmoon Ursaluna, which can take big knockouts. All the time, we're just winning the game through Bloodmoon Ursaluna, I'm finding with this deck. And yeah, definitely a decent little Amoonguss, and probably the first playable Amoonguss card we've had in quite some time. Now, before you get in the video, big shout out to the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. If you're going to get any Pokemon TCG pack codes, get them over there. If you're looking for, of course, the main set, Black Bolt and White Flare, get your Black Bolt, White Flare codes over at Card Cavern, or you want an older set or IRL singles, product Card Cavern's got all that over on their website. If you get anything at Card Cavern at the checkout, use my discount code LittleDarkFury, 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and Card Cavern. So shout out to Card Cavern. Check them out down below. And also, you can check out my second sponsor down below too, TC Evolutions. You want to check out their website, get any of the awesome product they sell there. They got a lot of great stuff to have when playing IRL Pokemon TCG tabletop gameplay. They got dice, damage counters, ability markers, great stuff to have. Very useful product to have, in my opinion. If you get anything over there, use code LittleDarkFury, 10% discount at the checkout. Shout out to my two sponsors. Link in the description if you want to support the channel. And also, my second channel is linked down below if you want to get even more content from me too. I just looked at the second week of online tournament results to see what decks are winning. All right, so here is the list. Again, the poison package makes most amount of sense to play with Amoonguss. And yeah, being a grass type is nice. But again, had to be Bad Deck Friday. Also, it doesn't help that Foongus has 50 HP, which is, you know, a little annoying when you're playing against Monkey Dory and Dragapult decks where they can take multi-prize turns. But yeah, it's a fun little one-prize deck. I say it's a one-prize deck. We do have a lot of two-prizers in there. But, you know, ideally you're just throwing one-prizers in your opponent's face. The Amoonguss, the Pecharunt, the Klawf, the Cramorant, stuff like that. Secret Box being the good ace spec, I like to have that in the deck. Gets everything you need. We got 4 booster capsules, 4 Binding Mochis. We really want to lean into the power of Amoonguss, so I decided to go in with 4 Binding Mochis to make Amoonguss hit as hard as possible. Mochi's just too good of a card not to have. Even with Bloodmoon, it's pretty important to have, in my opinion. I'm also playing Carmines and Researches. A lot of these poison decks play Carmine. I'm not really a big fan of Carmine. I think Carmine kind of sucks. Like, I think this deck will be better when we get the new Lily supporter card, because it's a better draw supporter over Carmine. But I'm going to play it because, you know, Carmine Squawk does let you try to reach for those turn 1 knockouts with Pecharunt. Also, playing a Morty. I wanted to play an extra vanilla draw supporter through a Morty in the deck. Probably not very good. You can swap this for another Iono if you want. Third Carmine, I guess. But I like having the extra draw in the deck just in case. That's just me, though. But yeah, this is list. Not much really more to talk about or change. I mean, maybe play a Budu in here if you want more attackers. Let's go show off the power of Amoonguss and see what we can do with literally the world's strongest Amoonguss. All right, going second here with the Amoongus deck. Let's see what we're able to do. Our opening hand isn't bad. We can get some Foonguses down. My opponent does have a Varoom here. I think we're up against Ceruledge. I think. If I take a guess at Ceruledge. Looking at their mulligan, they got Blender and stuff, so it's probably what this is. Our hand isn't bad. We can get the Brute Bonnet down. We could try to go into Pecharunt here and just put on some poison pressure. And yeah, it is indeed a Ceruledge deck. Which could be a little awkward. Amoongus doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but that's why it's Bad Deck Friday. All right, we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'm not sure if you noticed, by the way, the static effect is back. Look at this. Look at my hand. Oh my god. Look, I need to get a new camera. The new camera's on the way, but it's taking some time to get here, which is a little annoying. So we'll start with Poffin, get some Foonguses down. And we're probably just gonna try to go into Pecharunt here. I think that's the plan. We only have one Brute Bonnet in the deck. Trying to think. We can maybe try to rip Research. Got an Iono. Would I rather play Iono over Carmine? Yeah, I'm drawing more cards with Iono. I'm going to play the Iono. We'll see if we can find a better hand here. I'm looking for Pecharunt at the very least. All right, we got there. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. So I'll make sure we're knocking out this Varoom. They're probably going to KO me, but that's fine. We can go in hopefully with an Amoongus here and see what happens. All right, it's a big knockout, man. Big knockout. All right. Good prize. Let's see it. Another booster capsule. They could knock out the Brute Bonnet. We only have one in the deck. The other one's prize, so that could be a bit of a problem. But they're probably just going to kill the Pecharunt here. But yeah, we just need to go in with the Amoongus and just hope that we can somehow win the prize trade. I mean, that's basically the matchup. There's really nothing special we can really do, unfortunately, against Ceruledge. We just have to dodge Briar and just hope that we can take 6 prizes before they can take 6 prizes. Really not much I can do about it. There's no water Pokemon that we can play to, like, boost our damage. Just the Amoongus. We'll see what they got, though. They have 5 cards in hand. Any supporter? Getting Iono here wouldn't be bad. I don't think they're going to play an Iono, though. They are playing, like, Arvins and stuff, so I'm wondering what their supporter engine looks like. 'Cause they have Revavroom, too. They could set up another Revavroom. Yeah, there's Night Stretcher getting back Varoom. We'll see if we can get the... See if we can get the Pecharunt back, maybe, or something. Because we might not get a Amoongus. We're only drawing 5 cards with Carmine. Carmine is not the greatest draw supporter. But it's the best we got at the moment. Unless we get Iono'd, which I don't think will happen. Nope. So we just need to hit this thing as much as we can, try to 2-shot it, and go from there. That's the strategy. See what our draw is going to be. Another good card? Okay, there we go. That gets me Amoongus. Could get Fez, too, to be honest. It wouldn't be terrible either. It would be okay. All right, Carmine. Nice. It's not bad either. Got the Mochi. We're probably going to want to save Mochi for the end of the game, because we want to use Bloodmoon, too, if possible. I do have double Night Stretcher here. Maybe just save that for next turn to get another Amoongus. I'm, like, debating doing something. I'll bench that just to have him, and then we'll just swing for 190. We're actually doing a good chunk of damage here. 190 plus the poison damage is good. It's not enough to kill the Ceruledge going back into my turn, though. We're doing 250 damage in total going back into my turn, which is actually really strong. If they knock me out and stay poisoned, we can knock them out with Pecharunt here, which is kind of cool, too. But I think they're going to retreat into another Ceruledge. They did attach the Charcadet. So I don't think we're going to get access to that, but we'll see. Also, do they have the Revavroom in their hand? They didn't really do much last turn other than Brilliant Blender, right? Yeah, they haven't played a supporter yet. I don't think. Oh, they played Arvin. Nope, no supporter. See if they have the Revavroom or not. No Revavroom would be nice. And hopefully the static effect goes away. Look at this. Look at my arm. What the heck, bro? It's like pink. It's crazy. Unless, I don't know, if anybody watching the video is like a tech expert knows what this is, I would love to know. Ooh, they had a research. They have an Iono. Let's see. They're probably going to retreat another Ceruledge. If not, we can get to knock them out with Pecharunt. Oh, they got Jamming Tower. That's annoying. Gets rid of my Binding Mochi access for now. See what they grab with this Nest Ball. If they whiff another Ceruledge, that'd be great. Because I would love to knock him out here with Pecharunt. Take 2 prizes. Let's see what they do. Palpad's pretty good. Get back Research and Iono. Yeah, ultimately this game might come down to like boss / Briar, pretty much. It sucks that we can't one-shot a Ceruledge. Let's see if they got Vessel. Ooh, do they have Revavroom in hand? I'm really surprised if they did get Revavroom. There's a good chance they do have it, unfortunately. What do they got? What do they got? What do they got? Four cards. What do they have? Please. Okay, they're retreating. Into what, though? Do they have another Ceruledge? This is what I was worried about. They were getting another Ceruledge because I am down a boss. So now I have to, like, re-Gus that thing back up. See what they go into. They might just be letting me knock something out, maybe? I don't know. They're taking a minute to retreat, which tells me they don't have the Ceruledge. Or they do. They don't have it. Okay. It's fine with me. What's our top deck? Ooh. That's a good card. They do play Iono, and they just Palpate it back. I'm like debating benching Fez. But I also use the opportunity to get Klawf into play. Which is kind of chill. But then I can't bench Fez, and then I only have 1 Night Stretcher left. Maybe just... I kind of like the Klawf. Losing double Night Stretcher is kind of diabolical. Putting Fez down is pretty good. I don't really need it right now, though. I'm going to get the Klawf. I don't know if this is correct or not, but I'm going to get the Klawf. I don't know. This might not be correct, but we'll see. I mean, we'll live, right? Okay, we got Jameen. Or we got Perilous Jungle. I don't really need to play it right now. We may get Iono. Do I play the jungle? I don't know how many jamming towers they play. Sure. Let's kill this. Just want to make sure I'm winning the stadium more. We have Jet in hand if they don't Iono me. We have Boss too. Let's see what our prize is. Not bad. I think this is fine. We'll see what happens. We are on even again, which is a little awkward for Briar. But now we can go Boss, KO, Ceruledge, and then maybe we can like win the game with this guy. So there's a line we have now, which is pretty good. We do have a line to win the game. Let's see if they have the Iono. They still haven't established Revavroom yet, which is good. That's like a good sign. That's a good sign. Yeah, I do apologize once again about the camera effect glitch. I hope that the staticky thing is not annoying to anyone. I don't know what's causing it, man. I don't know. I still don't know what's wrong with my camera. I don't know if it's the HDMI cord or if it's literally the camera itself. I just don't know. But again, I did order a new camera. It's taking a minute to get here. But hopefully I get it by at least next week by the latest. Yeah. Just not sure. Could be the end of my camera's life cycle. All right. Let's see if they get... surely they're getting the Revavroom. They're down 15 energy now. No, they get Ceruledge. Fine with me. So, yeah, we just go Boss, KO, Ceruledge. I don't know. Maybe I should have benched Fez when I think about it. Maybe I should have benched Fez. Thinking about it now. I don't know. 600 damage? It's a little overkill there, buddy. It's a little overkill. What did my Amoongus do to you? I just go in with... Just kill him with Pecharunt. And they can't get access to thing. Okay, that's a good draw. What do we have? We still have our Cramorant. Ooh, our other Night Stretcher is prize. A little concerning. I'm like debating benching Bloodmoon here. Nah. Not gonna bench it. It's going to take the knockout. It's fine. I don't know, I maybe should bet. They have 2 cards. Like, what are the odds they actually have one of their 2? I'm assuming they play, like, 2 Ionos. Iono's not really a good card to have. Well, it's decent in Ceruledge, but it's not really synergistic. There's the Night Stretcher. Okay, cool. Knocking in Iono here would be good. What are the odds they have it? Like, unless they get Revavroom here, what are the chances we're getting Iono'd? Yep, boss, that's fine. I think that's just game then, right? Unless I get Jamming Tower. No. Okay, I thought they were going to kill Latias. All right, Latias is not getting KO'd. Okay, this is interesting. It's a pretty good boss. That's fine, though. What do we draw? Okay, hold up. I don't think the other Brute Bonnet was in there, right? Yeah, it's prized. Here's what I'm going to do. This is decent. We don't need the poison stuff at the moment. I mean, we just kind of win with this guy, right? I'm just trying to think. So I'll make sure I don't screw this up. I'm thinking I just go Night Stretcher for Fez, right? Instead of going Night Stretcher for Brute Bonnet. I don't really need... Well, okay. I have 2 ways I can approach this. I can go Brute Bonnet with the Night Stretcher. Use Brute Bonnet, knock... Or I can hit this guy really hard, obviously. Set up a 2-shot. Or we can get Fez and then establish Bloodmoon. I don't know what is... I actually don't know which is better. I don't know which play is better. I am scared of Iono. We also just 2-shot them with the Brute Bonnet. But then, well, they can't go Iono counter catcher. Then I have Bear in hand. Okay, so technically it's fine to get Brute Bonnet then, right? Yeah, I think it's still correct to get... Okay. Because, like, as long as they don't play counter catcher in the deck, then it should be okay. Because they can't get... Unless they go counter catcher Iono, this is punishable. But I think we'll be okay. This is punishable with a counter catcher Iono, but I think getting Brute Bonnet back is fine. If they had another Charcadet in play, then I 100% think the play was to put Fez into play. But they only have a Ceruledge, so currently, at the moment, they don't have another way to take 2 prizes. So, or they don't have another way to go into another Pokemon. I don't think they have another attacker in the deck at the moment that they can use this turn anyways. So this should be enough to win the game. Because if they KO the Brute Bonnet, then they have to go boss, then I go Bear for game. If they KO the Cram and they Iono me, then I just win with the Amoongus. Right? Yeah. So I think it's like checkmate no matter what. Most likely. Unless they have counter catcher plus Iono. That's the only way they can get out of this. I guess they can retreat, but even if they retreat, it doesn't really do anything. I'm still taking prizes. Yeah, that's game. Even if they had like Briar, wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. Yeah, I think getting the Bonnet back was correct. And then we could just come in with the... Well, I should have went a Pecharunt. That doesn't matter. They're dead anyways, but I should have went a Pecharunt there for more damage. But yeah, it's this game. We just go poison the Amoongus. Let me kill this. That's game. Close match. I don't know how favored it actually is, but we won. That's all that matters. So my camera is still glitching out. Maybe the glitch gave us the good luck. Maybe that's what we needed. All right, we hit Raging Bull. We can beat this. We're going first, which is good. Our start isn't bad. Okay, we'll do this for Latias. I could get Foongus here and try to get the Binding Mochi on it, which isn't terrible. Don't think I want to do that, though. Let's get Latias. Don't think I want Ultra... Well, I could get the Pecharunt here. I mean, I kind of like the jungle, though. We can attach Binding Mochi to Squawk. Okay, let's... This is kind of stupid. Let's just do this. Hopefully I can still get there. I don't know. I think it's fine to do this. Okay, we got there. Let's go attach. We have to lose another Amoongus, though, which is a little sus. But that's fine. Lose Carmine. Grab this lad. See if we can get a Foongus. No Foongus. Well, hopefully they whiff the turn 1 attack knockout. Well, I guess they can't really take any prime. Well, I guess if they have an E-switch, they theoretically could. But yeah, just get the poison damage on the Raging Bolt now, because we get set up to be KO'd. Force him to move it and stuff. Our hand's okay. We have an Iono. We're looking to get Foonguses or like a Klawf down here or something. We lost double Amoongus and a Night Stretcher, which kind of sucks. So one of the problems with playing the Squawk Carmine engine, you lose a lot of your good resources really quickly. Speaking of Squawk, there's a Squawkabilly coming down. They have another Nest Ball. Holy moly. Yeah, we'll see they have an E-Switch, because I guess theoretically they could get turn 1 attack with Raging Bolt. But they're probably going to get Latias. I'm assuming they're going to get like a Latias here with this Nest Ball. Let's see. Get Latias. They could get another... They could get Hoot. They could get Fanrodom to set up. But then I have the Iono. So if they're going for the Fanrodom angle, I just Iono them and then go from there. No, they are going Teal Mask. We'll see if they're playing the Owls or not, though. I mean, this could be the Turbo build, which is probably a bit easier to beat, to be honest with you. Maybe. Jaming Tower, that's fine. Another Jungle. Research. Zerosic. What? Bro, what kind of Raging Bolt deck is this? Research and Zerosic? Huh? Okay, I mean, sure. They're not attacking this turn. What the heck? What kind of crazy list is this? What the hell? I have never seen a Research and a Zerosic at a Raging Bolt deck before. That's crazy. That's diabolical. I mean, I actually have seen Zerosic and Raging Bolt. They're attaching a Teal Mask. We're going to get to KO their baby Bolt here, though, is the question. Nope. Ooh, they almost have turn 1 leaves. That's actually a little scary. I don't think they can do it, though. If they had another Teal Mask, they would have had turn 1 leaves. They lose a lot more supporters. That's good. Sure. Research, Zerosic, and Raging Bolt. I've seen it all. I don't think they're playing the Owls, which is good. There's Mew. Probably just a pass, right? That's a crazy turn. Okay. What the heck? They actually could have... I mean, that would have been annoying. They got the leaves, actually. They got the leaves knockout. Debating putting Fez into play. I want to find a Foongus. I want to get double Foongus. I want to get either... I want to get Klawf or Foongus down here. It's going to Iono. I'm not going to bench Fez. I don't know. Will I regret it? Maybe. I don't know. Let's just play the Iono and see what happens. Alright, we got Foongus. That's all I wanted. Probably... Well, they are down double boss. I don't think we're going to get gusted. We could get killed by this guy, though. Should probably another Foongus just to be safe. Do we have the third Amoongus? No, it's prized. Okay, that's not great. We need to find a Night Stretcher now. It's a little awkward. Alright. I mean, they're obviously going to get the kill with leaves. So we can hopefully respond kill them with Amoongus. We have the Morty, which is actually pretty good. They could baby bolt me here. They have another stadium. Bye-bye, Perilous Jungle. I don't think we're going to win the Stadium War, unfortunately. They should have one more Stadium left. So I need to be very careful with how I play my Perilous Jungle. Oh, they actually found their Prime Catcher. I mean, Iono's a lie. That's pretty crazy. Iono's a lie. That's all their Gust, though. So that's good. They have no Gust left. It's annoying they found that. Could be worse, I guess. They're not going after a 2-prizer, which is actually really good. I mean, I'd rather them use their last Gusting card on a 1-prizer than a 2-prizer. So it could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. Like, they could have just killed Latias. Well, I guess they can't kill Latias. Well, they had Crispin. Yeah, they could have killed Latias here if they wanted to. Or Squawk. I'm surprised they're not doing that. I'm surprised. I mean, actually, killing the Brute Bonnet doesn't seem terrible, in all honesty, for my opponent. But it's fine. My webcam's starting to glitch out, by the way. I don't know if you can see those pink glitch thing that's popping up on the screen. Oh... I might have to turn the camera off. Alright. So now we need Amoongus and we need Brute Bonnet. We could also... No, okay, we need... I was like thinking something else. Alright, we'll see what happens. What's our top deck? Alright, the camera glitched out. I had to shut it off. I apologize, folks. Let's just get rid of Binding Mochi. It's a good Morty, though. They filled their entire bench up. But I did not get the Amoongus. Why did he have to be prized? Oh my gosh. Why did the other Amoongus have to be prized? I could get Fez, I guess, but then I can't bench anything else. Alright, well. That sucks. Just gonna sack our Pecharunt. It's very unfortunate we whiffed. How many Binding Mochis do I have left? I mean, we'll see what's in their hand. Yeah, I had to shut the camera off, folks. It like completely glitched out. It's like not working now. I apologize. The rest of the video might have to be with no face cam on. I might be able to turn it on in between games, but in this game specifically, I'm gonna have to turn it off. Like, I'm literally looking at my camera right now, and it's like completely glitching out. It's like just like pink glitchy line things like getting spammed. Like, it's really bad. Like, it's basically unwatchable. Like, it'll give you like a seizure basically. Like, it's really bad. So I can't show it. Yeah, I apologize. I'm working on it, man. The new camera's coming in the mail. Hopefully it hasn't been shipped out yet, which is a little concerning. But don't worry, I did get a new camera. It's gonna come soon. Hopefully, ideally by like middle of next week, by the latest is when I'll have it. Ideally, like, we'll see though. We'll see what happens. We do have a. We're still like not in a bad spot. It actually really sucks that we didn't get the Leaves KO. We'll see. This is gonna be a close game. It's going to be a close one. We can go Iono, Amoongus, hit the Bolt. Just run out of Pokemon here. The other Amoongus being prized kind of sucks. I need to find Night Stretcher. That's what I need to do here. I need a Night Stretcher. That's what I need. If we get rid of the stadium, they're going to be able to use this, which kind of sucks. Not much I can really do about that. All right. What are we top decking? Another research? Not what I need. I want a Vessel, but I don't want to get rid of anything. Just gonna Iono. Hopefully we can find Amoongus here. No, I still haven't yet to find a Night Stretcher. We can go Cram, which we'll have to do for now. Not much I can do about it. It's not the greatest attacker, but I'm going to be two-shot on the Raging Bolt anyways. It doesn't really matter that much. Sucks I didn't get a Amoongus there. Two Night Stretchers in the deck still, I think. Hopefully they're not prized. They're both prized. We're in trouble. So now we need to go knock out Raging Bolt, knock out Leaves, and then we need to Bloodmoon for game. They play a Palpad and they found it. That's not good. They're going to probably put back Boss, which is not ideal. We actually still probably will lose this game if my opponent takes a 2-prize turn in like 2 turns. All right, let's see. They could draw into Boss so they have more grass energy to play with Teal Dance. Hopefully not. Let's see what they have. Yeah, ideally they don't have it. Just can't find Night Stretcher. Losing the double Amoongus sucks. This is the problem with playing Squawkabilly Carmine Engine. You lose your resources really easily, which is like not ideal. This is like one of our best matchups in theory, but it's just not going well at the moment when 2 Amoonguses are in the discard pile. All right, well, what do they got? They can't bench Latias, so they're forced to stay in the active. So this is the turn we need to kill the Raging Bolt. Can we do it? If we don't kill the Bolt here, we're probably going to lose. I basically need to go knock out Bolt, knock out Leaves. They take a Boss KO next turn. We're kind of cooked, too. It's not good. We need to not... I mean, do I even have the Night Stretchers in there? That's the question. What do we got hiding away in the deck? They're both in there. Okay, this is it. Research. Help a brother out. Okay, there we go. I'm like, dude, if I don't get the Night Stretcher here, this is like a crash out. Still have work to do, but we got the Amoongus. Trying to think. Just gonna attach that now. Get energy on the board. I guess I should have evolved this and saved the Binding Mochi for later, but yeah, it's fine. Let's kill the Bolt. So now we have to go knock out Bolt. We have to kill the Leaves, and then we have to go knock out with Bloodmoon for game. If my opponent does ever take a 2-prize KO, we just probably lose. So it's not looking good. There's the Amoongus. I need Iono, though. Just the problem. Yeah, this is not looking good. They can also go Baby Bolt here and snipe this guy, which is pretty bad. We're just in a pretty bad spot, on all honesty. If I was on 3 prizes here instead of 4, we might have had a better chance of winning. Whiffing the Amoongus KO on the leaves that one turn, I think, really just cost me, unfortunately. It's not looking good. Do we have a Binding Mochi left? I think we do, right? If we can go Iono, Binding Mochi, Brute, Amoongus, kill the Teal Mask, maybe we have a chance to win the game instead. Depending on how their turn plays out, we could just also go Bloodmoon for the knockout here. Plus Iono. Maybe that's the way we go about it. Do they have boss, though? Another E-Switch. No, they killing it, bro. Wait, can they knock out the Squawk with the Mirrored Leaf Shower? Do they have boss? Do they actually find their boss? Ooh, they got Fez. No, they got boss. Oh my god. No, they're killing. Wait, that's not a knockout though. Pretty sure 5 energy. Is that a KO? Am I trolling? If they don't knock me out, they might have just threw the game, because then they could have killed my Squawkabilly instead. There's actually potentially a throw. 5 energy is not a KO, right? Unless they have more E-switches I don't know about. I don't think 5 energy is a knockout. What am I missing something here? Yo, 5 energy is not a KO. They're bench locked, so there's no more shenanigans that can happen. I guess, yeah. We might have actually been granted a free chance to win. Oh my god, they threw. Because they needed to kill Squawkabilly there to win. All right. So now we can just go retreat. I do have to play the jungle here, but that's fine. They're going to get rid of the leaves, but I just have game with Bloodmoon Ursaluna next turn, so it's fine. Can they take the win next turn? I guess if they have a Briar in the deck. Okay, they threw. I needed them to kind of throw anyways, because I was an attack behind. My only comeback potential here was I had to go Bloodmoon Ursaluna, Iono kill the Teal Mask, and pray they somehow didn't pull off a knockout, which was like pretty much just like not gonna happen. It was wishful thinking. I think it's just GG's. As long as they don't have a way to Iono me, I think we just win here. Plus we have Fez on the board. I think it should be GG's. I don't want to toot my horn. I don't want to overcomplicate things. We might have just squeaked out a lucky win here. They also died of poison. Well, I guess actually if they killed my Squawk, I would have killed them with the poison damage. So maybe, actually, I guess if they did kill the Squawkabilly there, I would have went Iono, knockout with Brute Bonnet. They'd had a poison. But then we just have a Brute Bonnet and play with a bunch of damage on. I don't know. It would have been pretty bad either way. But I think it should be GG's. As long as my opponent doesn't have anything super crazy here. I think we squeaked out the win. We'll see. They go snipe the Fez. We just go Bloodmoon Secret Box for game. I mean, we probably would have lost if I went for... Even, like, if they killed the Squawkabilly there with the Teal Mask, I would have went Iono to 1 if I have an Iono on the deck. Assuming I do, I think. Do I not have an Iono? I might not have an Iono left. I can't remember. Either way, like, ideally, if we had an Iono, we would knock out the Teal Mask with the poison damage with the Binding Mochi combo. But then they would have went... I mean, with a Mew in play, they probably... I mean, yeah, they still have to kill Amoongus to win, which is the problem. So I don't think it would have mattered. They probably would have won regardless. We got lucky they misplayed and tried to kill Fez, which I think is what they're going to do now. They're probably going to kill the Fez here with Baby Bolt. This is the best play they got, but we should have game. As long as that last boss is in there, we win. And I think it is. Yeah, both of them. So we should just win here. As long as my opponent doesn't somehow take 3 prizes this turn, which I don't think is possible. So I think we win. The only win con, they would have needed like Prime Catcher, Teal Mask, Briar or something, which they obviously don't even have access to anymore because their thing is gone. That works. All right, we win. Came down to a boss no matter what. We probably would have been in a way better spot if we just didn't have that one turn where we whiffed the KO with Amoongus. This is the problem with playing Squawk and Carmine, man. You just sometimes run out of resources too quickly. Yeah, we can just go... I mean, Pokégear gets us the win, too, because we're guaranteed boss. Yeah, we didn't have an Iono left, so I actually had... Yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought we had an Iono in the deck. So we didn't even have an Iono. So we just go boss, Fezandipiti. bench good old Bloodmoon Ursaluna, attach the Jet, and that's going to be a dub. Yeah, my opponent misplayed, which is what allowed us to win. If they didn't misplay, we would not have won the game. I needed them to misplay to win that, which is quite sad to think about, but yeah. Because, like, I was a turn behind. As soon as I whiffed the kill on the leaves that turn, the game just probably ended, right? Because I hit the Prime Catcher. They probably would have won the game if they aggressively took out my Squawkabilly, though, at any other point in the game. Squawkabilly somehow didn't die that game, which is kind of surprising. All right, again, at this game, we hit an Eevee deck, maybe. They have Sleeves, Fanrodom, and Terapagos. I'm assuming that's what it is. We'll see. Lightning Energy on the Terapagos. They might have Wellspring, though, which is a little scary. Because, I mean, we have Jets, but still. Our start is fine, I guess. Ideally, we're knocking out this Fanrodom. I am scared of them maybe having Briar, though. Mousehold with Bouffalant. What? Wait, that's not... Ooh, that's not it. Okay, that's a little scary. Then you get a Hoot Hoot. I guess we're not playing Hoot Hoot. Okay, this is a little awkward. Bouffalant's kind of scary. They're switching... Okay, I actually don't mind them going to Terapagos. May get some free damage on it. All right, what's our draw? Gonna be pretty good. Okay, wow. We got the Turn 1 Poison play here, which is good. The Amoonguses, 2 of them are in there. We got the 1 in hand. Okay, that's chill. All right, sick. So let's go Attach, Jungle, Squawk, Vessel. Do I want anything here? No, let's fill that. All right. Squawk and Seize. Here we go. What do we got? Maybe get rid of one of these two. Get Foongus. We want to try to sub the Amoongus here. Debating playing the Iono. I don't know if... I mean, they probably have the attack. I'm like debating if I want to do it. Because they have the Amoongus. I'm tempted just to hold the hand. Because I have the guaranteed Amoongus. Don't really need a... I guess... No, let's pass. It's fine. I'll hold. I don't want to give them 6 new cards. I don't know. They may have a slow start. Who knows? Maybe their hand sucks. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. We'll see. But getting the poison damage off is pretty good, though, because they do have those double Bouffalants, so my Amoongus is not doing a lot of damage. Like, they could just have a bad hand here. This gives me time to just put more pressure on them. There's no reason to Iono them. Okay, they do have a Crispin. It's not anything too crazy, though. It does actually get more energy in play. Maybe it is kind of crazy. It's fine. Let's see what they got. Do they have a Stadium is now the important thing. The jungle sticking around is actually really good because there's more damage we can pile up. Oh, they got Crown Opal turn 2. Good thing we got this guy. It's fine. Okay. Hopefully we can knock him out. Do we need the Binding Mochi to kill them? There's a lot of math involved. They're taking 60 less damage. We may need the Binding Mochi. We did find Night Stretcher. So it does give me an energy. Okay, how much are we doing here? 90. 30. Okay, we do have a knockout. All right, well, Iono, hopefully get more mushrooms. Yeah, let's go. Cool. So yeah, 90. Well, I mean, I could get Fez, but hold on. 90, 30. Okay. Just making sure we have the knockout. They died of poison, which is good. They can't play Fez. That's relevant. They can't go Fan Rodon for a knockout here or anything, hopefully. So I think we'll be okay. Let's see what our prizes are. Pretty good. Binding Mochi's nice. We can find Boss off Pokégear, maybe. That'd be pretty good. Yeah, we'll see what happens. That was a good knockout. The poison damage is relevant there with the Pecharunt. I knew the jungle was going to be important. All right, let's see if my opponent can kill the Amoongus this turn. Can they do it? I did give them 6 new cards. There's a Stadium. So I got rid of the jungle, but do they have the attack is the question. That's a pretty good card to have. Okay, Trolley. Get some Terapagos. But because of the way Area Zero is worded, they can't use Trolley to fill up their bench even more, which is pretty funny. Boufflant EX. That thing's even tankier than the Terapagos. Do they have a Glass Trumpet and a Switch? No shot, right? What's in their hand? Just a pass. All right, cool. Yeah, Boss here would be pretty good. Okay, wow. That's pretty good. Kind of insane that I drew that. I think we just hold the hand. I was like debating playing the Ultra Ball. We'll just hold it. We'll just smack the Terapagos here. Make him have an energy. Pardon me, I can't believe I drew that. We have the Pokégear, but still, I'll take it. Now, does my opponent have a knockout is the question. They need an energy. They didn't play a supporter last turn, which is a good sign. Arvind? Okay, can that get them an energy? They need to play a Vessel here, or an Energy Search, or a Night Stretcher. They should probably be able to find energy with this Arvind. I assume they have one of those two cards. No! Switch and Bravery Charm is not what they wanted. Now, my question is, do I gear for my other boss and try to KO this guy? I don't know. I'm like thinking about it, if it's worth it. There's already damage. This guy comes back in the active, it'll die again. That's your second switch used up now, which is good. But you can try to lean into Baby Pecharunt as an attack, maybe. What are they going into? The Mousehold again? Fan Rotom? Do they have the attack? The Bravery Charm is kind of relevant. If I find Jungle Mochi, we can knock this out, though. Yeah, I think we're just going to kill the Fan Rotom. I'm kind of down for that. Yeah, there's Jungle. Ooh, say it ain't so. Do I bump the Area 0 is the question. I kind of want to keep the Jungle. I'm just going to hold it. I want to keep it. Because I don't want to just bump it for no reason and then have my opponent, like, get rid of it again with another Area 0. Yeah, I'll hold it. I don't know if that's correct, but I think it's fine to hold the Jungle. We're taking a pretty good lead here. The Amoonguss is putting in work. He does a lot of damage. I mean, Binding Mochi poison combo with the Amoonguss is pretty good. It's a bit of a beat stick. Does my opponent have the knockout, though? Like, now what do they promote? I guess they can, like, bring this guy in. This guy's pretty beefy. He takes 90 less damage, so this guy's going to be spongy. This is the good thing about holding the Jungle. They're going to get Terapagos. But see, now I could just find another Amoonguss combo here and then knock out the Terapagos with Amoonguss, which is pretty good. Let's see what they're doing. Buddy Poffin. More mouse. Okay. Do they have any energy is the question. Where's the energy at, bro? No energy. Sure. Okay, what's our top deck? Another dark. Okay, so let's attach that. What's in the discard again? Amoonguss. We'll play the Jungle. I think this does let us knock out the Terapagos here, which is good. See if they discard. What's in the discard again? Just Amoonguss and Pecharunt. Okay. Night Stretcher, back another Amoonguss here. Debating playing the Research. Could just hold it. I have Pokégear to maybe find boss. Alright. Toxic Powder. They should die to poison, which is actually pretty epic. So we can hit him for 130, and then the Jungle poison damage will knock them out. GG's for the knockout there. Let's go. Despite how beefy they are, this Amoonguss is going through them. All right. I maybe should have Ultra Ball for Fez, to be honest with you. Just in case my opponent Ionos me here. But if they Iono me, it's like they shouldn't really have a way to attack me. I don't think I'm really being threatened here by anything my opponent's doing right now. My opponent's board is just really weak. I don't know. We'll see if they can set anything up here. They just haven't been able to get anything going, which is good for us. We'll see what they got. Iono to 1. Yeah, maybe I should have got Fez just in case. Probably should have. We'll see what my opponent does. Oh, there's Area 0. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to randomly play the Jungle down. But now my Amoonguss isn't going to get KO'd by poison damage going back into my opponent's turn next turn. It's pretty cool. But I don't know why they went Tandem. They should just went... Oh, that's game. I guess they just gave up. I was going to say, like, if they should have went Tandem Mouse. Well, let's see if I was going to find boss here. Out of curiosity. Would this got me boss? No, it wouldn't have. They should have went into the Bouffalant, yeah. Because I don't think it mattered. They didn't have anything. It didn't really matter. But we'll take the knockout. They had a lot of bulkiness on their side, but it didn't matter. The Amoonguss just went straight through their entire setup. We kind of sold them with a single Amoonguss, which is crazy. They got Crown Opal going, but it didn't matter. They should have put the energy elsewhere when they did that. They should have just knocked me out with their first tech, not Crown Opal. There you go. That is Bad Deck Friday on the new Amoonguss. Honestly, not a bad attacker, though, overall. With the damage modifiers the Amoonguss has access to, Dangerous Reaction does hit pretty hard, and it does knock out some big basic Pokemon, like stuff like the Teal Mask Ogerpon, the Fezandipiti, the Mew. We could even try to add other damage modifiers, like a Kieran or a Black Belt, or like Venture Bomb so that this guy can maybe knock out stuff like Iron Hands in one hit. Obviously, this had to be Bad Deck Friday because this card at the end of the day isn't really going to be that good into stuff like Gardevoir and Dragapult. Even with the addition of the poison stuff with Pecharunt, it's not enough. I did try to squeeze in extra attackers with the Klawf and the Cramorant, which didn't seem bad. I think Bloodmoon also does give the deck a big power level boost. I mean, we won a lot of games with Bloodmoon. Bloodmoon is a very good card in this deck for the end game for sure. Maybe play more Night Stretchers. You could probably just cut the Morty out. I wouldn't mind me playing more Ionos too. Like a third Iono wouldn't be bad either, but I think the deck seems pretty cool, and Amoongus definitely is a decent little grass attacker. Again, if we hit any Charizard or Grim on the ladder, hitting for weakness into those guys isn't bad. So yeah, Bad Deck Friday and Amoongus. Hope you enjoyed the video on the deck. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. We're on the road to 81/90,000 subs here on the channel. If you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Check out my second channel for even more content from me too, and the sponsors down below. Use code LDF, and I'll see you on another video very soon. Bye-bye.